welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I thought I would do a question and answer for one question that I got, well, a couple questions that I got from one of my followers. And I'm just gonna start. There's like nobody in here, but there's a thumbs up already on the video. But anyway, so I'm just gonna start by reading the question that I got, and then I'm just gonna give my answer. Okay, so, oh, and this is about, the question is about medical school and the field of psychiatry and residency and all that type of stuff. So if you're interested in hearing me kind of talk about that, then, you know, keep watching. I think I am going to talk about a couple of other subjects after I answer this question, but the beginning is going to be about psychiatry. Okay, so it says, "Hi, Rebecca. Hope you are doing well. I want to ask you a few questions about rotations and also residency. The first question is, how do you remain interested in third and fourth year when all you want to pursue is psychiatry? Currently, I'm on OBGYN, and it is hard for me to continue to look interested. Also, I know in intern year you have many off-service rotations. How did you like those rotations? Overall, are you happy that you pursue psychiatry? I am hoping to start a family during residency, but I am not sure how challenging that would be during residency. Thank you for listening." Okay, so let's start with the first question. So the first question is, and thank you to the person that left that question, or these questions. The first question was, how do you remain interested in third and fourth year when all you want to pursue is psychiatry? So to be honest, I was not sure what I wanted to focus on after medical school. So I was going through all the rotations just one by one and seeing which ones that I liked. I mean, I knew that there were certain fields that I wasn't going to go into for various reasons. You kind of know by the time you get to third year, like, which fields you're not going to go into. So I knew that there were certain ones that I wasn't going to, you know, pursue. And so that it kind of narrowed it down to a few that I was considering. But really, in general, I just wanted to enjoy each rotation that I went through. So even if I was on a rotation that I knew I didn't want to do, like surgery, for instance, I knew that this was the only time in my life that I was going to be in this situation, that I was going to have these experiences. And surgery is really an amazing field. The things you get to see, I knew I was never going to see that ever again. So I just looked at it that way. Like, every rotation I had, I just tried to enjoy it as much as I could, because you get to be on the front lines but not have all the responsibility fall on you. There's always a resident and an attending to really, like, take care of everything. So I really just tried to enjoy every rotation that I was on, again, because I knew I was never going to do it again. So that really helped me. OB-GYN, I knew I wasn't going to go into that, but I just tried to enjoy it. And I actually did. Like, there's like something good in every field that I enjoyed. Like surgery, I enjoyed. The OR was actually pretty interesting, you know. I remember one time I was in like the trauma surgery. I did trauma for like a day, and the things I saw on that day, oh my gosh, I remember it for the rest of my life. Like, I remember one man, he had an accident and his arm was all messed. It was just a lot of crazy stuff that I saw. So surgery, it wasn't for me, but it was really like, ooh, like every day was something amazing that I saw. So I just really like cherish that. Cherish is a weird word, but yeah, I just really like that. And then OB-GYN like I liked OB a lot more than GYN, and to see a baby born is just amazing. Like I got to catch a baby. It just was an amazing feeling when there's 4 people in the room and then all of a sudden there's 5 people in the room. It's just like I really enjoyed that. So I just tried to focus on those things and try to find whatever was good out of that rotation. Yeah, I can't think of one rotation that I just did not like and it was just awful. But yeah, so that's my answer for that. And then, okay, then I think it's a he or a she, I'm not sure. They asked, the intern year you have off-service rotations. How did you like those rotations? So, for the intern year of psychiatry, you really only have, I think it's only 2 other off-service rotations. So you have to do internal medicine for 3 months, and then you have to do neurology. And, and then in my residency, we did a month of ER as well. I think that's it. I think that's all. I think that's the only off-service rotations that we did that I can think of. Because I think you have to do 4 months of, like, general medicine. And then you have to do 2 months of neurology. But at my program, we did 1 month in our first year and then 1 month in our second year. So, I will say that my internal medicine months, they were probably my least favorite months of like all of residency. And it's really because the hours were crazy. We worked 6 days a week, and the day started at 6 a.m. when you got sign out from the overnight person, and then most of our days didn't end until after at least 6 o'clock or later. I think sign out was at 5, so every day was at least 6 to 5. So that's, what is that, 11 hours every day. And I think there was one early day where you could leave maybe at 4, but every other day was late. And then there was a late day where you were admitting until I think 7 or something like that. So one day you might be there until like 8 or 9 o'clock. So it was tough. Internal medicine month was tough. And like I said, it was 6 days a week, every week. And the weekend day was considered a half day, but the half day was 6 a.m. to maybe like 12 or 1. So that's still like 6 or 7 hours, and that was considered a half a day. So that was really tough. And then it wasn't my field, so you know, I wasn't as interested. It didn't come as naturally to me. It was a lot of learning and everything, and it was just rough for me. Those 3 months were really hard. The ER month, but I got through it. You know, you kind of you know, you have other residents there. You have a senior resident that's over the team, and you can ask them questions and things like that. And they understand that you're not an internal medicine resident and that you may need a little bit of help, or they might explain things to you and that type of thing. Or you might get a resident above you who doesn't really want to help you. But for the most part, most people are pretty helpful, and they will help you because they know that this isn't your area and all of that. So again, I would just take it as a learning experience because you'll never do it again. So I, again, just tried to look at it like that and try to learn as much as I could during that time. Yeah, and look at it like a privilege, like you're able to be in this area even though it's not really what you're gonna do, but you're able to have that experience and learn from it. So yeah, and then the ER rotation was was tough too, but again, you know, it's something different. It was only for a month for us, so it wasn't that bad. But I think that's kind of unique. A lot of the programs that I interviewed at, I don't think they had an ER month, so that's kind of rare. And then neurology, it wasn't bad at all. It was, you know, neurology is kind of like the cousin of psychiatry, even though it's completely different. But again, it was good to just get that experience and to see how neurology residents work and how they handle situations, and it gives you a better idea when you're consulting with them or that type of thing. You kind of know, okay, this is how it works over there. That's how they kind of do things. And so it gives you a better understanding of that. And then also you learning more about neurology, which can help you as a psychiatrist for sure. So it's a good learning experience. You know, it's not terrible. And overall, are you happy that you pursued psychiatry? Yes, I am. When I look back, I don't think I would have I don't think anything else would have been a good fit for me. I remember when I was a medical student, when I was on other rotations, I would see the psychiatry service rotating through the hospital, and I would be kind of jealous, like, oh, I wonder what they're doing, and man, I wish I was over there with, you know, like the grass is always greener on the other side, you know. They just looked more chill. I don't know, it just seemed like something that I would enjoy more. Somebody said, any advice on getting a boyfriend? You tell me. I mean, I probably am not the best one to be giving advice for that. But yeah, so yes, I am happy that I pursued psychiatry, and I really can't give much info about having children in residency, because I don't have any children. But it is possible. I've seen other people do it. It's not the worst thing ever. I think psychiatry has one of the better work-life balances of the specialties in medicine. So I think it's definitely possible. And yeah, I don't think it's the hardest thing ever. So yeah, so that are my answers. I didn't know in any place you would recommend shopping at for clothing. Oh my gosh. But I think that, yeah, I'm happy that I went into psychiatry, and yeah, medical school was a very interesting time, and it was a great learning experience. And, you know, if you just look at it like being honored to be able to be in those spaces on the different rotations, then you can appreciate it a lot more. So yeah, I think that is everything that I'm going to talk about today. I was thinking about talking about something else, but I think I'm just going to stick with those questions. And yeah, if you have any other questions for me, you can leave them in the comments. Yeah, and I hope everybody has a great day, and I will see you in the next video.